Looks like we got some crows up there. Being quite talkative. We found out that we are in, I guess, Greenhorn Valley of Colorado. So we are still in Colorado off the 25, making progress. Albuquerque is the next stop. Well, all right, let's be realistic. The next stop is going to be a rest area, but after that, the next stop is Albuquerque, and then we hit the 40. Welcome to another episode of Dad's Rules with Kevin Belzer, and I'm joined by Melissa Belzer as we road trip. We found out that we are in, I think it's called the Greenhorn Valley of Colorado, but we are still in the state of Colorado.
This is better.
Yeah, it is. We had no idea where we were because we only have like 3 turns.
Yeah.
We thought that we may still be in Colorado. We don't have to turn to Albuquerque anyway, so we really honestly don't have to be paying attention that hard. Yeah. Ooh, peaches for sale.
What?
Yeah, down there. Good times. All right, but
Peaches
Melissa's got her cosmic crisp apple that she's going to be enjoying. I don't know if you've ever had any of those. It's like eating candy.
It's a good flavor. Like my favorite apple is Pink Lady, and we've tried a lot of apples. They're not all the same. They don't all taste the same. I don't care, heavy or whatever. I can taste the difference with a bunch of different apples for myself. So my favorite apples are Pink Lady, and sometimes they're not available. So we got not this, but Walmart. We did Walmart grocery pickup. Sometimes they give you extra stuff. They haven't lately, but we haven't been doing pickup. I should go back to pickup. Sometimes they'll give you an extra freebie in there or something to try. And one of them, it was in this really cool box, and it's Cosmic Crisp. I'm like, okay, I'll try it because it's an apple. I don't know, a new apple, never heard of it. Definitely a nice second to Pink Ladies if they're out of Pink Ladies. So those are my 2 favorites.
Yeah, well, I got these at Costco.
Yeah.
They sell them in 5-pound bags.
These are good looking apples.
So I basically brought a bushel of apples on this trip.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about obviously people forget stuff when you go on vacation. And the most common thing is probably anything toiletry related. You
Always.
know, which, I mean, I've got my own little kit because we travel enough. Not to say we're world travelers or anything, but we travel enough. So I've got like my go-to thing that always makes the luggage. I also have a dummy list stored in my iPad that says, here's your essentials, and then I go off of that based on where we're going. Charging cables, that's pretty common to forget charging cables. Or if not that, like the block. Sometimes you bring the cable and no way to actually...
The brick to plug it in.
The brick to plug it in. And the problem with that is we lucked out. It's like as bad as our hotel was, at least we had the ability to plug those in.
Yeah.
Which mine was weird. It worked like the first couple days, and the last day it didn't want to charge. It would charge the iPad, but it wouldn't charge my phone. But we had backup because 2 is 1 and 1 is none.
Usually the other is the other way around.
Yeah, so we're good on that. And then you have to start thinking about, well, what did you bring that you never used that could have saved you space in your travel? I will say, because we knew we were driving, we definitely way overpacked because there's no limit of space. Because we're in an SUV, it's a week travel that didn't really matter.
No, I overpacked, but I wore most of what I brought. Almost all of what I brought. I was giving myself options.
I wanted to make sure that we had snacky snacks for the road. So I brought the whole 5-pound bag of apples, plus I had 2 left over from the last bag. So I brought all of those. I think that'll be the 3rd or 4th apple eaten out of it in the last week. We brought carrots. We haven't even cracked the bag of carrots. So
I've had like 4 carrots. I don't like to eat carrots.
Oh, okay, so you did
That's
eat
not
carrots.
a good, as far as I'm concerned, it's not a good growth.
Oh. Brought protein bars.
I need cheese.
But I probably brought too many protein bars.
Yeah, because I can't eat them.
Well, you can't.
No, but I'm saying that's way too many for you.
It is only because I only eat 1 a day. If I even have them that day, I only eat 1.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I'll go days without having any.
I only brought 4.
I know. So I brought the whole case, and I think the case is like 15.
Oh, I didn't know you brought all.
I just dumped the whole case into the cooler.
No, 4 would have been plenty.
I overbought on energy drinks because I didn't know where we'd be able to find the specific ones I like. So I have no qualms with the fact I overpacked that.
Oh no.
Where we did screw up for sure is if we'd better planned ahead. I knew we needed to upgrade our coolers because we have the old school igloos, which back in the day we bought them were top of the line. The problem is they don't keep ice very long.
The technology within the design of them now is so good.
Legit, the ice is not going to even make it 10 hours.
No.
Not even 10 hours.
So time to buy a new cooler.
So it's time to retire all the coolers.
The coolers.
The only one I would keep would be, we have one that is perfect for drinks. That I like that one for like when I'm working because I can store it behind my seat.
That's not that one. That's the one you left at home. No, we're not getting rid of that one. That one's good.
Yeah, I keep that one. But all the other ones, we have a lot of coolers. You know when you trash out people's houses, they leave coolers. And we have a lot of them. Now, like a lot of them, we just take them to Goodwill or whatever.
Yeah.
But for some reason, some of them are still in our garage. And I think it's because I was going to clean them before I dropped them off.
Yeah.
And
well, now we can drop them off. Maybe somebody else that doesn't need them for that long. It's not good for a long over-the-road trip. If you're going to the lake, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect for the lake.
We've learned for travel music, you know, I know everybody's got Spotify and Amazon Music and Apple Music. They've got all that tech now. You have Sirius XM in a lot of vehicles. Since I never listened to it in my vehicle, we have Sirius, but it's in, of all places, in my son's car and your car because you both listen to it.
Yeah.
And you get a discount with the second car anyway. So I was like, well, all right, I'll just give it because my son and I own a car together. So I figure, well, if I drive it, I have it.
Yeah.
Which the funny thing is I saw for the car for the first time in over a year this week.
You didn't get to drive it.
And I didn't even drive it.
So we just had to visit.
And he even offered, he's like, hey, you want to drive it? And I still
like,
didn't.
yeah, but it just still didn't work out. Time-wise, we just got crunched this time. One more day would have been ideal.
It's like, all right, whatever on that. Music-wise, we've learned over the years as far as CDs, do not bring snooze fest anything. You may specifically like the artist. However, they are not good driving music. And it's funny because some will fool you if you see them in concert where you're like, okay, they seem pretty upbeat. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Air Supply. Air Supply rocks out way more in person than they do on their albums because they bring like a true hard rock, heavy metal guitarist with them. I mean, he's like ripping the solos in the songs, and they really bring an extra dimension. Plus, however many instruments they had in the studio, because of their career and how much they get paid per day, they can have like 10 guys up there.
Yeah.
I don't think, they may have with backup singers and everything, they may have 10 people. But it's like a full show.
Yeah.
Well, they'll trick you because Air Supply is yacht rock. And it's on the lighter side of yacht rock, so most of their songs are kind of mellow.
Too slow for driving.
Not driving music whatsoever. ABBA is a mixed bag as well. ABBA has like, you've got your money and your money and your honey and your dancing queen and stuff like that. Mamma Mia and stuff like that. But a lot of their CDs are ballads.
Yeah.
So they'll really mess with you.
Too slow.
Yeah, and if you're driving, you'll be like, snooze fest on it. For sure. So we went on the road trip, we went with soundtracks, music soundtracks, because usually that works out.
Good choice.
And even then, you'll have a song here and there to where it's like it slows down the tempo. But that's going to be pretty much any artist anyway. There's going to be a ballad on it. But you try to gear yourself towards like, more of a dance tune, more of a hard rock, symphonic metal, just stuff that's going to keep you awake when you're driving and keep that speed from going down to 45 and a 75.
My car list, the beats are between 120 and 125 beats per minute. I actually looked it up in order to be able to add them to the list. That's my car playlist, 120 to 125 beats per minute.
Yeah, mine's normally, it's hard rock, it's heavy metal, symphonic metal, and also, like, you have to gauge it on, is it daytime or nighttime? Because you may be able to get away with this softer stuff, like at the beginning of your trip.
Maybe if I'm in a traffic jam.
You could get away with it at the beginning of your trip, possibly, but it better be daytime. Because if it's nighttime, it's gonna be like that old rental car company. I think it was Enterprise. No, it wasn't Enterprise. Anyway, it was one of the old car rental companies. They did an ad where they're trying to figure out how to make the cars people want to rent from them more. And they said, what about scented candles? And it shows this scene where everybody in the car is sleeping and it has candles burning in the back window.
Oh my gosh.
So there was a CD we were listening to yesterday. It was definitely a snooze fest, and it was Enigma.
Not a good drive car.
Yeah.
Great relaxation music.
No, it's good. It's a good album, but it's
Not car music.
It's not going to work like if it's a long distance commute. It would work more like, hey, I'm out running errands kind of CD,
Yeah.
or it is really good for background when you're working at home. Because that's another topic altogether. What's good background and foreground music when you're working in your home office? Because it's like if you got Bon Jovi jamming and you know all the freaking words and you're singing along to everything because it's on the forefront of your mind, you're probably not going to get a lot of work done. But if you got like Enigma, a lot of their stuff is in French, so you have no freaking clue what they're saying until you look it up.
I know some of it.
Now, what was funny is that on the first album, their hit song was, how did you pronounce the word? It was Sadeness.
Well, I don't know. Sadness is what it looks like, but I don't know if it's...
Well, it looks like Sadness, but I don't think that's what they're saying on it. But anyway, what they did is they had this long song. It's around 11 minutes long, and that Sadness one is it is a clip. I thought it was like Sadness.
It could be Sadness, because I think that's how you pronounce it.
It was a clip from a longer song, and that normally doesn't happen, to where they take one act from a song, chop that out, and that's a single. Normally what they do on a single is they'll take out 30 seconds or 10 seconds of filler in a song to where it's more radio friendly. But on that one, they chopped out a bunch of it and took it down to like 4 minutes.
Because it's like 11 minutes when you put it all together.
Yeah, so they took what led into it and what led out of it, because it's one of those, it's several act songs, so it changes directions quite a bit. But it's funny because, so anyway, it looks like Sadness. But I made the joke with you because back in the 80s we had a singer called Sade that spelled S-A-D-E, and I always joked back then that it was pronounced Sade. Because I'm like, how do you get Sade out of Sade? And then on this one, you said it's pronounced Sadeness, and I go, no, it's not. And I go, no, it's pronounced Chardayness. We learned that in the 80s.
Should be Sadness.
Should be Chardayness.
Maybe.
Yeah. But anyway, I got off on a tangent. I guess we'll do card in the next one. But I will, on this video, I will tap in the video that shows the crows we saw, as well as where we found out we actually are, because we are actually in Colorado. So I'll put a little video in that as well, like 50 seconds.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you like the show, like, share, comment, review, leave feedback, subscribe. Go to dadsrealswag.com for all your latest swags needs. And until next time, go out and be the kick-ass adult I know you all can be. Sure. Okay, cool. They did talk. They had a lot to say earlier. It got really quiet as soon as I hit record.